So here's Joe Rogan. Or do you say Joe Rogan? So here he is. And now you know what happened with Joe Rogan, right? So Joe Rogan has the most popular podcast, which is really taking over what used to be The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson or David Letterman. Those used to be the shows America turned to. People don't do that anymore. Those shows are horrible. It's the most tired format in history. And now you watch them try to do that same format, but in their house. It is the most cringe-worthy viewing ever on television, I think. He said recently, last week, he said that the Democratic Party is punking you, or he didn't use that words. He said they're making a fool out of you, or something like that, because they're trying to push a demented guy on you. That's obvious. He can't even finish this. He's got problems, and we're all supposed to pretend it's not happening. And he says, I wouldn't vote for him. I'd vote for Trump over him because this guy can't handle anything. Oh, people went nuts on Twitter about that. And, oh, my God, Bernie Sanders, you have to apologize because he said he's going to vote for Biden. It's just nuts. So he said this about
One thing
that.
I do have to say, because I can't believe this is still going on, because there's a big dust up recently because I said that I wouldn't vote for Biden, that I'd vote for Trump before I voted for Biden. I just want people to know, first of all, folks, I'm barely paying attention, okay? If you're getting your political advice from me, I'm a moron, okay? I am a comedian / cage fighting commentator. You know how you have friends that don't know much about fighting and they'll say something like, I think Bruce Lee could kick John Jones' ass. Yeah, that's me with politics, okay? Don't listen to me for political advice. You want to listen to people for political advice? Listen to people that are actually paying attention. Listen to guys who, that's their living. Guys like Kyle Kalinske. Listen to Jimmy Dore. He does a fantastic job breaking down politics. He understands it, right?
When he's right, he's right. When the guy's right, he's right. Right is right. When he's right, he's right. And then, but the reason why I wanted to show you this again, although I showed it to you at the top of the show, is because I'm insecure. But another reason is I grew up youngest of 12 kids. But afterwards, what he said is very interesting.
To Jimmy Dore. He does a fantastic job breaking down politics. He understands it, right? Listen to the people that The Hill. Watch that show. It's fantastic. It's on YouTube. There's a lot of people. David Pakman. He understands politics. I'm not that guy, okay? But what I am saying is I don't want to vote for someone that has a mental problem. He's got dementia. That's all I'm saying. My parents called me. My mom's like, I heard you're a Trump supporter now. I'm like, I would never vote for a person who obviously has dementia. I said I would vote for Trump before I'd vote for Biden. That's what that means. You know, and there's been fucking dozens of articles written about this. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Trump tweeted.
He tweeted.
All he's saying is I wouldn't vote for a guy with dementia. Do you think this helps Joe Biden when everybody makes a big deal out of him pointing out Joe Biden has dementia? This, again, is one of that, when the blue check donuts try to punch Joe Rogan and they hit themselves right in the dick. Like Alyssa Milano with the hashtag Me Too, how she tried to punch Kavanaugh and she's ended up punching herself right in the dick. So that's the same people are doing that too, trying to come out against Joe Rogan. They're just punching themselves, right? Because what you're doing, they were using it to try to bash Bernie Sanders, but all it did was put more attention on Joe Biden's Demented. Because the reason why people like Joe Rogan, why do people like Joe? Why is he the most popular podcast? Why? Is he funny? Yes, he's funny. But there's lots of funny guys. But why? So why Joe? Because they trust him. Because he's honest. Because they trust him. Because they think he's honest. That's what I think. And by the way, there's your independent voter. And what did they do? And what did the blue check donuts on Twitter do? They shit on him. So do you see it? It really doesn't matter. They really don't want to beat Trump. It doesn't matter. I would bet you Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Nancy Pelosi would rather have Trump as president than have a Democrat. because it's easier to fundraise. They have less shit to defend. They can always pretend like they're opposing when they're actually passing. There's no doubt in my mind that Nancy Pelosi and Debbie Wasserman Schultz and those type of people near attendance love having a Republican as president, especially Trump. Now they don't have to ever talk about an issue. All they have to do is they can fundraise till the cows come home because Trump is bad. And they can put up literally a demented warmonger who's a sexual harasser, worse person than Trump, and you still have to vote for him. Joe Biden, if there was a ledger up in heaven, he would be in a worse position than Trump. He has killed more people than Trump. So there you go. So that's my Joe Rogan segment, and big thanks to Joe Rogan for the shout out. That was super nice. Hey, this is the part where I tell you where our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then I would tell you to go join our premium, but nobody has a fucking job. So why don't you just enjoy the video?